Welcome back to Prerequisite to Financial Modeling, Brushing Up Corporate Finance Lecture Series. Now, building a spreadsheet model requires the input data and processing of the data with its variables and to generate the output. We will build the spreadsheet model a prerequisite of constructing complex financial models. I stress mostly building basic models in corporate finance. That will be the right path of building more complex models. We start into base by building of time value of money models, from calculating present value to future value and calculating your annuity. Now we have the illustrative shown below. Determine the present value of cash inflow, which is single cash inflow. Rupees 10,000 to be received after 5 years from now, assuming a discount rate of 5%. We will build a basic model for calculating present value. So let us build the Excel model with the scratch, the time value of money model. So here they are asking the single cash flow. So have open up the spreadsheet, right? Start from the scratch. Type here we require the single cash flow model, right? Single cash flow. Then what we have to calculate is we have to calculate the present value. So I just type here present value. Right, now you just highlight this, merge center. Similar way you do this, highlight the cell, merge center. So you can put the color also. Come here and you just put a color, right? So blue color, I put here the yellow color, right? So then dot we have to do is that we have to do the inputs over here. Type the inputs, and what are the inputs we require? So we require the inputs of your single cash flow, single cash flow. So we require the single cash flow. Then the thing that they have given is the discount rate, right? Discount rate. Then they have given the number of periods or the number of years, number of periods. So these are the variables that we have to give the input. So here, extend this. You just highlight this box with the whatever the color you prefer. Okay, I prefer the brown color. Okay, for the input variables. So here I put all the borders. So we'll be inputting the variable here. Then we'll be using the timeline. So you'll be using the timeline for that. Now in Excel, timeline has to come from in column, right? So this is your first column, second column, third column. Timeline 0th year, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. So we have to just put the timeline in the column wise. Then you have the variables given over here. Okay, variables should be in row wise. So you have the years or the period, right? Years or the period, and you have first is your 0th year. I put as 0. Then first year, then second year, then third year, fourth year, and fifth year. So I've done this, right? So now you can make a bold over here, right? Or you can extend it. I'll just make it bold, right? Then I'll be entering the cash flows that we have. Cash flows. So what are the cash flows we have? Then we have to calculate the present value of each cash flow. Present, I'll put in the cell B20, present value of cash flow. Then I calculate the present value, right? So this is the part. Then we do the extension of this one by putting a timeline on that. Just delete this column, right? Delete this column. Now I just draw a line here. So come to the font. In this you click this one. Then you ensure that you have the thick line border, double top, double bottom border. Okay, now it's okay. Once again, I'll just put the border over here. This one, bottom double border. So now you find it sees a little bit easy, right? So next we will be fetching the values into it, fetching the value into the cells. So we have the value which is given to us 10,000, that is received after 5 years, assuming 6% is the discount rate. Now we will be calculating the this one. So first we have to fetch the values over here. So first we have the value for the single cash flow that they have given is 1000. Type 1000, the 1000 rupees. Then 6%, 6%. Then number of periods that they have given is 5. Right. So here you can change the currency also. If it is in rupees, you put in currency in rupees. Right. Then you just put it in the center. Then here we have to just type the cash flows. From 0th period there is no cash flow over here, right? So I put it as 0. Then again these are all 0 only, because we are getting the cash flow at the end of 5th year, right? So I'll be typing the cash flow at the end of 5th year, which is 10,000. So I have to change 10,000. Yeah, it's 10,000. 10,000. Just type 10,000. So first here no cash flow, because a single cash flow which is we are receiving at the end of last year. 0, 0, 0, 0. So here I'll be referencing the cell B8. So equal to, then reference the cell B8 and enter. So you have to refer this cell here, right? That is very important, because we are building in models. Now here we have to enter the formula. So we will be calculating the model with the help of the formula we have. So first we'll be calculating with the formula, that is the equation we normally do. Then we cross check with the help of the Excel financial functions. Excel financial functions. We work with Excel financial functions. Now I will be calculating this present value of cash inflows, and we have the formula for the calculation of your present value, right? So present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus R whole divided by N. So this is your formula for the calculation of your present value. So present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus R whole power N. So this will be calculating, right? So first we'll be calculating by building a model over here. Then with the help of the formula we'll be calculating the present value, right? So we'll be calculating the model with the help of the present value. Then we'll be using the financial function or financial function, right? So we'll be calculating the present value, right? So now here we'll be calculating by putting the formula over here, right? So equal to, then go to cash B18, go to this one, which is cash flow 18, so 0 B18 divided by 1 plus the rate of interest is this one, right? So I'll be calculating rate of interest, and we'll be fixing the cell function F4. The cell has been locked, then bracket divided by the N, so number of years. So we'll also lock this one, function F4, right? I'll be entering it, so we'll be getting 0 only, right? Now you just copy this one, copy this cell, and start placing your this next cell, that is C20, shift left arrow key, then control V. So you find that you will be getting the present value of cash flow of this 10,000, which is will be receiving at the end of 5th year, right? Today is the present value of this one. So this you just reduce the decimal point, so you'll be getting 7,472.58, right? So this has to be shown here, right? So I'll be adding all the cash flow from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then that will be your present value. So sum, then I'll be adding this one, right? Then enter. So this will be your present value, right? So this will be your present value, right? Next, we'll be calculating this with the help of a formula also, right? The same formula that we have calculated here, this can be also done. Now we'll be calculating with the help of the financial function also. So financial function equal to, right? So PV, percent value, rate they have given is 6% is the rate, and you have the number of periods is the NPER. Then there is no PMT 0. Then the future value that we have is 10,000. Then I close the bracket and press enter. So you find that you're getting minus 7472. Here you just put minus in front of the PV. So you're getting the value over here. So next we can directly do a formula over here, right? So equal to calculating this one, PV equal to FE divided by 1 plus R whole power n. So future value is what? Your 1000, right? Divided by 1 plus R. R is your 6%. Then whole divided by your n. N is 5 years. Then I press enter. You will get the same value, right? So we have calculated the time value of money model, right? With the help of 3 ways. So first is that we have to build a model by showing a stream of cash flows. Then we have summed it, right? Next we have done with the help of the financial function called PV. Then we have directly calculated with the help of the formula that is given to us. So now the model has to be built this way, right? So you can just make it more easy for seeing that. You can go here and go remove the grid lines from the view tab, go to grid line and remove this. So you find that the model becomes more easy. Now if you highlight this one, right, you highlight this one and go to home and make a border out of here, enclose a thick border. So this will show you a little bit of easy way of manipulating the model. Like this is your typical simple model that you can build up with your PV. So I'll just change the name of this sheet into present value, present